This is the world that you know. The world as it was at the end of the 20th century. It exists now only as part of a neural interactive simulation that we call the Matrix. You've been living in a dream world, Neo. This is the world as it exists today. Welcome to the desert of the real. What is the Matrix? Control. The Matrix is a computer-generated dream world, built to keep us under control in order to change a human being into this.
No. I don't believe it. It's not possible.
I didn't say it would be easy, Neo. I just said it would be the truth.
Stop! Let me out! Let me out!
The Illuminati, which is a they're still in existence today, very powerful occult organization that runs the world. Remember, the Illuminati financed the communists and they financed Hitler, okay? They also backed the KKK. And what does it have to do with the KKK? KKK is this master race stuff, okay? So, the goal is to go into a new world order, which is all in the Bible. America is moving very quickly into this new world order, okay? That's why we see all the transformation going. Everything that's happening, for the most part, is not accidental, it's strategic. All the things that appear to be random are not random. They're part of a plan. And I'm just going to get down to it really bluntly. The motto of the Illuminati, an occult organization, was order out of chaos. So the Illuminati deliberately, they're a cult, deliberately creates chaos so they can bring in their new world order. That's their operating game plan. That's why they finance the Russians and the Nazis. Number two, the Communist Manifesto that, promises the workers' paradise. We'll redistribute the wealth. All our kids in school are being taught that. You go to Moscow. Moscow's got more billionaires than any other city in the world. Do you see the wealth equally shared in Moscow? I don't. You see the wealth equally shared in Cuba? See the wealth equally shared in China? Everywhere communist dictatorship has been installed, there's no workers' paradise. The workers are worse off than they ever were. Okay? Lie. But guess what? The Communist Manifesto is a total mirror copy of the Illuminati occult manifesto that was published 100 years earlier. So that tells you there's a relationship between communism and the Illuminati. And by the way, Karl Marx, the author of the Communist Manifesto, was a practicing Satanist. They didn't tell you that in school because they don't want you to know. He was a practicing Satanist and he hated Christ. Now, Hitler was also deeply involved in the occult. So, in America, see, if we don't know history, you know the old expression, you're doomed to repeat it. Americans don't know history. Most of you probably know history a whole lot more than the younger generations. Why did the German evangelical church legally vote for Hitler as their head? He was voted into office. Why did the evangelical church overwhelmingly support Hitler? And the question should be asked, if they had the Holy Spirit inside them, and if they had an ounce of spiritual discernment in them, and they paid attention at all to it was quite out in the open that the Third Reich, by the way, was not a political party first, it was an occult party first. Everybody in Germany knew that. All the secret occult societies were openly putting Hitler into power. So how come the evangelical church, nobody had a discernment from the Holy Spirit that this man's demon-possessed? If somebody walked into this room demon-possessed and pretended to be a leader, all of you with the Holy Spirit inside you would have that uncomfortable feeling, right? But they welcomed Hitler as the Messiah. Why was that? Why was the evangelical church so hypnotized? The American church in America today is in the exact same place spiritually as the evangelical church was in Nazi Germany.